Hi, it's Dan Lesniak of the Orange Line Living Team at Optime Realty. And I'm here for another Ask the Real Estate Agent segment. And today's question is one that we've been getting recently from buyers, and it's about whether or not we see a downturn coming in the market. So there's some buyers out there that definitely have seen prices go up over the last few years and think maybe I should wait. And this is actually a question we've gotten for several years, right? So you can kind of always be waiting for the downturn to come. Well, I thought it was an interesting time to address this question because Gary Keller, the head of Keller Williams, recently addressed it at the Mega Agent Conference earlier this month. And in that conference, Gary Keller said that he thinks a shift is coming, and he pointed to more inventory, more time on market, prices starting to come down in some areas, as well as new construction being flat, and just more supply in the market. Well, it's kind of interesting that that some buyers have been having this question for several years because actually Gary Keller 2 years ago gave an almost identical presentation. And obviously in the last 2 years we have not seen a downturn in the housing market. And it kind of reminds me of the old joke about economists that goes something like this, that economists have correctly predicted 9 out of the last 3 recessions. So of course market shifts are part of the market. There's ups and downs, and that's something that we'll always live with, and I think you should kind of approach it as being ready for it but not afraid of it. More specifically though, when you look at our area in the greater DC area, we just have not seen any of these trends that indicate a downturn is coming. Our median home price has continued to go up, but not at double-digit rates. It's at in the lower single digits, which is a sustainable rate. We have barely had an increase on days on market. The inventory is still around 2 to 3 months of inventory, which is definitely seller's market territory. So the data just does not show right now that a downturn is coming. Of course, nobody has a perfect crystal ball, but we just don't see it in our area. We've got a couple things I think that make us a little different than the rest of the country. Unemployment tends to be lower in our area than the rest of the country. When you looked at the 2008-9 time period when it was near 9 to 10% for the rest of the country, our area was in the 4 to 5% range. Well, now unemployment is under 5% nationally, and it's even lower in our area, as low as 3% in Arlington, for example. Interest rates continue to be at low levels, so some of these macroeconomic trends that are going on are keeping interest rates low. That's helping buyers have more purchasing power in our area. So it's giving them more ability to buy a bigger home. So although this kind of question's out there, for some buyers, what we've seen over the last few years is consistent growth, but not at such a rapid pace that it would be an indication of frothiness or a pending bubble coming on the market. So I hope that answers the question, and I preface it all with we don't have a crystal ball, and if you always think that a downturn is coming, eventually you'll be right. But right now, as has been the last 4 or 5 years in our area, things are looking great in the housing market. If you have any other questions for our next Ask the Agent market or Ask the Agent segment, I'd love to hear them. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.